Have you ever gotten to a funded stage on a prop firm? Have you ever gone into a challenge and all of a sudden your skills, your trading knowledge is out of the way? You start blowing accounts, you start going into negative spirals, all of a sudden one losing trade feels like everything is gone. Well, this is because prop firms are extremely meticulous in the way that they try to make traders fail. There are small psychological triggers that they use in order to make you fail. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that prop firms don't want you to know, because these 5 tips are going to increase the likelihood of you getting a payout, passing a challenge, making money from the prop firm, and making them unprofitable. And if you guys don't know me, I've been funded with over $1 million and I've been able to profit multiple 6 figures from prop firms and from trading alone. And I've shared so much of my journey here on YouTube, and I've learned a lot, not only from my experience but learning from what other traders were doing. And I noticed very similar things between the way that I think and other profitable traders think. And the first tip that I want to give you that prop firms don't want you to know is that it's not real. One of the things that prop firms use is a high account size, because they're giving you $100,000 or even $10,000 to someone that has never seen $100,000 or $10,000 in their account before. So every time you take a 1% loss, it gets blown out of proportion by your mind because you never saw minus $1,000 in profit in your account. And as is common knowledge right now, you don't own the $100,000. The only thing you have to play with is the 10%. But what people also fail to say is that you also don't have risk on those 10%. You have, the only risk that you have is the amount of money that you've put in. But all of this are psychological triggers to throw us off in order to fail once we have 1 or 2 losses in a row. Because how many times have you been in 3% drawdown and you've thought to yourself, this is gone, the account is blown, I can't do it anymore? It's because you are not used to the figures, and that is why they give you different account sizes. They would never give you $10,000 when you pass a $100,000 challenge, because they know that the probability of you blowing through the whole account, if they would just give you the drawdown, is very, very low, and they want to keep you in this loop, which, spoiler alert, is going to be part of the second tip. And the tip that I'm trying to get to is that don't treat it as $10,000 risk. Don't treat it as, oh, this is a $100,000 account or a $10,000 account. Understand that it's all risk, right? It's all probabilities playing out. When you enter in a 1% trade, it's not $1,000 that you lost, it's 1%, right? And with that, I want you to reduce the emotions you feel when you go into drawdown, and also reduce the emotions you feel when you go into profit. But this will be the last point, which is very, very important. So understand it's not real, you're playing a different game. Which takes me to my next tip and point, which is that your time is valuable. And the reason I say this is because prop firms want to keep you hooked as much as possible on challenge verification, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because they want you to remain as unprofitable as possible for the longest amount of time, so more traders can come in, more revenue comes in, while you don't get paid out. And this is why I, once again, don't believe that it's worth it to risk 0.1 or 0.25%, especially on the challenges, because as we said in point number 1, you understand that prop firms are not real. A profitable trader doesn't want to be in a challenge phase for multiple months at a time, because it's basically like trading a demo account. The last thing that a profitable trader wants to do is trade a demo account. I've made a whole video on risk management for prop firms. Simply don't be too conservative, because it goes back to the first point. The only risk you have is the money that you've put in. That's all the risk that you have. Don't overthink it. Everyone overthinks prop firms when they could make so much more money if they would not treat it as, oh, this is like my 100K live account, or this is like my $10,000 live account, especially on the challenge phase. So I want you to keep in mind that your risk management should not keep you in the challenge phase for too long. Now, this next point is going to apply very, very well to the previous point, which is that prop firms are not for everyone. The reason why I say that it applies is because, yes, you can go conservative on a a challenge by risking 0.25% and treating it as a demo, or 0.5% and treating it seriously, if you are still not a hugely profitable trader, right? But you need to understand that if you just got introduced into trading, the last thing you want to do is go for prop firms seriously, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to join trading and start using prop firms to give them as much money as possible. The reason I say this is because I've been there. Not only have I been there, but I've had friends wanting to start trading because of prop firms, right? And this is the complete opposite thing of what you should do. You should first make sure that you have a strategy, make sure that you have a community, make sure that you understand what you're doing, you understand how the market moves, why the market moves, so many things before you actually go for a prop firm challenge. Because I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the profitable trader that you want to become, but you need to listen to me. You are not a gambler. The traders that put most money in the prop firms' pockets are the gamblers, and I don't want you to be that. And so for you, start by looking for a consistent strategy. If you want, check the first link in the description. We've got multiple traders funded. You even get a prop firm challenge for free when you join, but that's not really the point of it, besides the fact that you can become a profitable trader inside of the Simple Trading Edge. But the tip that I want to give you is to be patient. The reason why prop firms don't mind payouts is because that's all promotion for them. You've probably already seen the trader that just started trading and already got a payout from a prop firm. You've probably seen the trader that put $500 in and got $10,000 out. And you're thinking, well, I want to be that trader. Let me tell you, I've been that trader of putting $500 in, $10,000 out. But what I need you to understand that this is all marketing for prop firms. They want you to feel that I can do this too. If this trader was unprofitable and now he's profitable with prop firms, I can do this too. Because they're targeting a specific demographic, which is the gambling traders. And I want you to be very careful not to fall into that trap. You need to wait, be patient, and take one step at a time, which takes us to our next point, which is, first, you will become an amazing trader before you go for prop firms. And the way you do this is actually by trading your personal account / demo account. Let me preface this by saying that this is not a financial advice. Anything I say here is what I did and not what you should do. But prop firms are very different from personal account. And what I would say and what I did was that as soon as I started trading, I actually opened up a personal account, a small personal account. It was $1,000 and I was risking $10 per trade. And that's where I first started to become a trader. It was on my personal account, not putting money into a prop firm, not putting money into something that I knew I was going to blow. And the reason I say this is because this is going to get you used to smaller numbers. This is going to get you used to going into drawdown and not having the reset button. This is going to get you used to be able to then see drawdown on your prop firm account and not panic because you've been there before. But these are all things you can master on your personal account. And so before going onto a challenge, definitely go onto a personal account, even if needed, a demo account. So if you are thinking of going for a challenge, first ask yourself, have I ever tested myself in the live market on a demo or small personal account? Because you need to understand, prop firms and personal account are very different. Personal accounts, they do not have a reset button. You have to get yourself out of drawdown without blowing your full account, right? And you're gonna feel that with your personal account. While with prop firms, you won't. And this is going to create certain habits that prop firms want you to have. And so that is the tip. Do not fall into the habits that prop firms want you to develop, right? And last, but probably one of the most important tips I can give you for prop firm accounts is that once you get into the live account, understand any profits that you have on the live account at your profit split day, that is money that can go into your bank account. And you not withdrawing that money and you losing that money is money that could have been in your bank account and now won't be. What I mean by this is that withdraw any profits you are able to withdraw. Don't keep money in your accounts, because any money, once again, any money that could be in your bank account and isn't and stays in the prop firm account is now money that you might have missed out on. What I mean by this is, especially on CFD firms, because you don't have trailing drawdown. Let's say you profit $105,000 and you withdraw $3,000 of it. So now your account balance is $102,000. You could still withdraw the $2,000 if you wanted before. Now you have to wait 14 days, and now the next 2 trades are a 1% loser. Well, now you are at $100,000. Those $2,000 don't exist anymore, but the drawdown still exists. So notice how the reason why prop firms are preaching this thing of compounding your account, compound interest, blah, 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 or it's just to make sure that you keep money in the account. Don't keep money in the prop firm account. You don't know when the prop firm is going under. We've seen that happening multiple times, and I don't want that to happen to you. So don't keep money in your prop firm accounts. And when you are close to a profit split, just stop trading the account, especially if you are in good profit. And by the way, good profit does mean 2%. Right? So if you are in 2% profit and it's a couple of days before the profit split, just lock in the profits. Don't worry. Yes, you could have another winning trade. Hi, well, Kimmel is so dumb. I can have another winning trade. Well, yes, but what about the losers? What about the money that isn't in your account? That's how they want you to think. Oh, this next trade might be a winner. Oh, let me take it, right? And now you're missing out on profits that could be yours. I can't stress this enough. How many traders have been in so much profit and then blew it? Right? So with that, I leave you. These are the 5 tips, and more than 5 tips, that prop firms don't want you to know. Don't forget, if you want to become a profitable trader, then make sure to check the first link in the description and join the Simple Trading Edge. You get a prop firm challenge for free because I believe in the strategy so much that will get you funded. We have multiple traders getting funded, traders making 3x's salary or 2x's salary in a couple of trading days. We've had traders with $10,000 months, all after joining the Simple Trading Edge. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.